Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Sound okay? Welcome here to Bucks versus Malone. So, live from Dewberry Park at Lone. Buccaneers. Okay.
Testing, testing, one, two, three. Uh, Welcome here to Buccaneers there in Dewberry Park, where Malone are playing the AIL Division 1A League. This is our second encounter. Just changing the battery on the camera, so there'll be no picture there for a moment.
Good afternoon and welcome to the live feed. And the following are the teams. Buccaneers, number 15, Ross Murphy-Sweeney, 14, Josh O'Connor, 13, Conor Fitzgibbon, 12, Stephen Mannion, 11, Saul O'Carroll, 10, Michael Hanley, 9, Will Riley, 1, Matt Burke, 2, Stefani Lombard, 3, Martin Staunton, 4, Rory Byrne, 5, Danny Qualter, 6, Ryan O'Mara, 7, Sean O'Connell and 8, Kieran Boot, with the reserves being 16, Oisin Dolan, 17, James Kelly, 18, Fionn MacDonald, 19, Cathal Walsh, 20, Tom Shine and 21, Adam O'Carroll. And for our visitors, Malone, the following is the teams. 15, Andrew Bryans, 14, Rory Campbell, 13, Ben Gibson, 12, Nathan Brown, 11, David McMaster, 10, Yasser Omar, number 9, Shane Kelly, 1, Ben Halliday, 2, Samuel Green, 3, Richard Greenwood, 4, Neil Alcorn, 5, Patrick Fullerton Healy, 6, Darrell Maxwell, 7, David Cave and 8, Michael Crothers, with the reserves being Stephen Corr, Lawson Porter, Stuart Doddington, Lucas Duprez, Jack McMurtry and Mark McGlynn. When last the two teams met in Gibson Park on the 5th of November 2022, Buccaneers ran out 35-18 winners, with tries from Shane Delahunt got 2 tries. Malone rooted to the bottom of the table on 14 points, with Buccaneers second on 47. And just for our viewers, today's results, City of Armagh and Old Belvedere both won, which are tightening things up at the top. But in last week's match, Malone were 10-0 down at half-time to Old Wesley, led 17-10 and came back to draw 17-all. And this commentator watched some of the match last week, and Old Wesley were camped on the Malone line, but Malone held out to get the draw. So it's a very, very important match today for the Buccaneers to try and win today to keep up the pressure on City of Armagh, with Old Belvedere close behind. And our camera now shoots to the Buccaneers as they emerge from the dressing rooms. Buccaneers led out today by captain Martin Staunton. A very, very important match today. It's match number 14 of the AIL season for Buccaneers, and the crowd giving the Buccaneers a rousing reception as Martin Staunton leads them out onto the field. Just before kick-off, if anyone has tuned in late, let me go through very quickly the Buccaneers team again. 15, Ross Murphy-Sweeney, 14, Josh O'Connor, 13, Conor Fitzgibbon, 12, Stephen Mannion, 11, Saul O'Carroll, 10, Michael Hanley, 9, Will Riley, 1, Matthew Burke, 2, Stefani Lombard, 3, Martin Staunton, 4, Rory Byrne, 5, Danny Qualter, 6, Ryan O'Mara, 7, Sean O'Connell and 8, Kieran Boot. Malone are now out on the field as well. Reserves for Buccaneers: 16, Oisin Dolan, 17, James Kelly, 18, Fionn MacDonald, 19, Cathal Walsh, 20, Tom Shine, 21, Adam O'Carroll. It's very, very important that a few weeks ago in the Bateman Cup, where Buccaneers beat Queens 45-21 in the semi-final, that 5 or 6 young players got blooded in the first team. There were tries from Ross Murphy-Sweeney, Tom Shine and Harry Bolsiger, and that experience of first team rugby should be able to stand the young lads in good stead today. Malone about to kick off. It's out half. Yeah, Yasser Omar about to get proceedings underway. Referee today from the IRFU. I know, sorry, it's the fullback kicking off proceedings today. It's Andrew Bryans. Restart his first kick into the Bucks 22 and a long relieving kick there out to the touchline. Malone man elects to keep the ball in play, passes it inside to his fullback. The fullback being Andy Bryans. Malone threw on the crash ball there, but held up by good Buccaneers defence. The ball goes into a ruck situation, but Malone hold on to possession. It's passed through the hands there, through to number 11. 11 is David McMaster. Malone inching their way forward into the Buccaneers 10-metre line. They pass the ball wide. Malone now on the Bucks 10-metre line. Still retaining possession very well, letting it through the hands very quickly. Again, create a ruck situation. Ball again moved through the hand. Or is it no? Number set into the flanker there. The flanker there is Dave Cave, the captain. Malone retaining possession very, very well, but the Buccaneers' first up defence is very solid in these opening couple of minutes. 1 minute gone. Again, number 7 on the crash ball for Malone. Malone starting this game in a very promising fashion. Again, now their number 3 there comes through on the crash ball. That's Ricky Greenwood. Again, Buccaneers defence hold firm. Ball passed through the hands and out the wing there to number 14. And number 14 there is it going to be a try for Malone? It's going to be a try for Malone in the very first minute. Ball was passed out there to the Malone player. It looks there. We'll just check now in 1 minute who the scorer is. But ball was passed out to the Malone winger, number 14. We're just going to confirm who scored here. So number 14. I think it was 14. I think so. Yeah. We think it was Rory Campbell there. A very quick switch ball. Very simple. Very simple. We think it was Rory Campbell. Yeah, we think it was Rory Campbell. Number 14. Yeah.
Who's our kicker? Is it
number 11. I'm sorry, 11. It was 11. Number 11. And the score there, we just have it confirmed there. Number 11 score for Malone was David McMaster. Yep. So an early shock for Buccaneers there with Malone left winger David McMaster scoring. Not. Buccaneers. A restart now from the Buccaneers. 2 minutes and 47 seconds gone, and it's 5-0 for Malone. A try there by number 11, David McMaster. Buccaneers restart, and it's out on the full. Ball out on the full there from Michael Hanley. And it's a put in. To put in on the halfway line for Malone. That ball from Michael Hanley out in the full. An early series of mistakes there from Buccaneers. They need to settle and get into this game. Put in by Shane Kelly, a solid Malone scrum again. Malone go on the burst there. The number 8 on the burst there is Michael Crothers. Michael Crothers makes good ground into the Buccaneers 22. And Malone retained possession. It's played out there to the fullback. The fullback out to the flying winger, David McMaster again. But it's knocked forward there by number 6. David McMaster, who's already got one try for Malone. David McMaster was sent flying down the wing and passed inside to the number 6, Darryl Maxwell, who knocked on and escaped there for the Buccaneers with 4 minutes gone. Buccaneers put in here. Malone's pop passing has the Buccaneers in trouble there. The number 8 is very solid off the back of the scrum, Michael Crothers, and number 6 there as well, Darryl Maxwell. And David McMaster is very, very dangerous on the left wing when he gets the ball. So the Buccaneers put in. They need to settle into this match now, get a foothold, and get parity. Put in by Will Riley. Scrum holds solid there. The ball is passed across the Buccaneers goal line. Michael Hanley through the hands there and in there. Excellent run there. Fantastic run up to halfway and out to Saul. Ball is brought. Saul is there just on the halfway line. Excellent run there. I think it was by number 13, Connor Fitzgibbon. Buccaneers retain possession now. A little kick in behind. Is it a little kick in seeking to find touch inside the 22? But the ball hops favourably there for David McMaster. David McMaster just coming up to the Malone 10-metre line, runs back into possession and creates a ruck situation. He goes to ground. Again, little pop passes there by the Malone backline there. They give it out to their flanker there, number 7, who's David Cave. Ball goes to ground again. Ball at the foot of scrum half Shane Kelly. But at the moment, Malone are dominating territory and possession of the lob. A high Gary Owen that's well fielded there by Stephen Mannion. And Stephen goes to ground and sets up a ruck situation. Will Riley gives it to Stefani. Stefani tries to make progress there just on the Buccaneers 10-metre line. Again, through on the crash ball there is I think it's Ryan O'Mara. Ryan O'Mara gives it then inside into Sean O'Connell. Buccaneers inching their way forward, but an infringement there, ruck time, not releasing the ball. And it's a penalty to Malone. Malone holding the Buccaneers player up there in the ruck and penalised for not releasing. That'll give the opportunity to the Malone right winger Rory Campbell to kick for touch and find touch just inside the Buccaneers 22. So as Malone have the penalty, they will have the put in, with the line out, excuse me. A nervous start here by the Buccaneers. Territory and possession dominated by the men from Gibson Park. To throw in just about 10 metres from the Buccaneers line. Sam Green with the throw in. It goes to the middle, but it overshoots the line, and Buccaneers snaffle possession from that Stefani Lombard. Now, can they get the Buccaneers back line moving? They need to get this back line moving. Superb run, and a little gap is there. There's a gap, and there must be a try for Buccaneers now. And that's a fantastic try. Fantastic try. Excellent there. Yeah. And a great try by Ross Murphy-Sweeney. A fantastic move there. It all came there from a Buccaneers stealing a Malone line out, and the much vaunted Buccaneers backline ran the whole way up the field to score a try. And it's Ross Murphy-Sweeney on our monitor here who has scored the try. Our try scorer, Ross Murphy-Sweeney. Yeah. The conversion now from Michael Hanley. That's more like it from the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers backline very, very attacking minded, and they showed there how attack minded they are. So movement from one end of the field to the other, winning a Malone line out, and one sweeping move, and Ross Murphy-Sweeney over the try line, and Michael Hanley now with the conversion. And the conversion is good and true. And that now makes the score Buccaneers 7, Malone 5 after 9 minutes. That's just a tonic now for the Buccaneers supporters. That should see them now settle into this match. Number 15 there restarts play for Malone inside the Buccaneers 22. And Ross Murphy-Sweeney finds touch. Brings play just up to the Buccaneers 10-metre line. A line out for Malone there just on the Bucks 10-metre line. Expertly won there by number 4 Neil Alcorn, and let the ball loose across to the number 8 for Malone, who's Michael Crothers. Michael Crothers brings possession inside the Bucks 10-metre line. Ball played through the hands there from Malone out to the number 15, the full back there, but he's well tackled, Andy Bryans, and brought to ground there. But the referee there sees an infringement, and it's a forward pass. Therefore, it's a Buccaneers put in. A summary of the first 10 minutes just for our viewers there. Malone getting an early try courtesy of number 11, David McMaster. Buccaneers look nervous at the start, but after stealing a Malone line out just on their own 22, the Buccaneers backline, excellent interplay through the hands, saw Ross Murphy-Sweeney score a try converted by Michael Hanley, leaving the score for our viewers after 11 minutes. Buccaneers 7, Malone 5. Solid Buccaneers scrum there. Will Riley gets it out to Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley through the hands to Stephen Mannion. Stephen Mannion out wide to Josh, is off his wing. Sol is on the left wing now. Sol brings play almost up to the halfway line. Goes to a ruck situation. Will Riley is on hand to win the ball again. Ball given out there to the Buccaneers, number 8. I think it's Kieran Booth. Again, Will Riley on hand. Some solid play there. Michael Hanley elects to kick in behind. He sees a gap there and an excellent kick in behind the Malone defence. A fantastic kick there. Michael Riley had seen there that the number 14 for Malone, Rory Campbell, was out of position, and he arrowed a beautiful kick in, and it found touch there halfway between the Malone 22 and their try line. A superb kick by Michael Hanley there, not electing to run the ball through the hands, but seeing the gap and kicking it in there and giving field position there to the Bucks. So the Bucks now are in a situation where they can maybe capitalise there. Maybe they can work a maul from this line of Stefani with the throw. It's won there by Rory Byrne. They elect not to take the maul. They just pop and go off the back of the line out. We think is it Kieran Booth there? They're right on the line there. Buccaneers just held up by Malone defending. They have it again. Will they move it wide? It's there to Rory Byrne. Rory Byrne is held back as well by good Malone defending. They're right on the Malone line again. That ball looks like it was popped back, and actually it looked like it went forward, but nevertheless Malone have it. Malone playing a running game right from their own goal line. Risky strategy, but they're going to go to ground to create a ruck situation there. Seeing the Buccaneers try scoring chance was spurned there. The ball shot forward out of one of the Buccaneers players on back on the Malone side, and they bring play up to the almost halfway between their 22 and the 10-metre line. A relieving kick there by the fullback Andy Bryant. That was a missed opportunity there by the Buccaneers. They had 2 or 3 pick and goes there, but the ball moved forward and was won back by Malone. So a costly turnover there from Buccaneers. Nevertheless, with 13 minutes gone, it's Buccaneers 7, Malone 5. And it's a line out right down here in front of us with Stefani Lombard again. Stefani field possession, and again it's expertly won there by Danny Qualter. Danny Qualter lets it out to Michael Hanley. A pop pass in there. Josh O'Connor there knocks the ball forward, so the referee will give should give the put into Malone. Yes, Josh there coming off his wing, trying to get involved in the play, but knocking the ball forward. A little break in play there as I think Martin Staunton is just being attended to there. Martin, the captain that leads by example there, that Buccaneers faithful will wish Martin to be on his feet as soon as possible, because he's such an integral part of the Buccaneers forward line. Now as play resumes, it's a put in for Malone. Referee just checking now the proper crouch bind set, that the scrums are properly bound. Solid scrum there. Number 9, Shane Kelly puts the ball in for Malone. Referee satisfied that the scrum is properly bound. Solid put there. Number 8 there, throw on the crash ball. The two battle of the two number 8s there. Kieran Boot brings Michael Crothers to ground, but nevertheless Malone have it there with their centre, who's Ben Gibson. But again, going off his feet there, and the referee awarding the penalty to Buccaneers. So in number 13, Ben Gibson in the active there, not releasing the ball. So that'll be a penalty to the Buccaneers. And it should be well within Michael Hanley's range. It's right literally on the Malone 10-metre line. So Michael Hanley with the chance to score 10-5 to Buccaneers. Buccaneers have needed that Ross Murphy-Sweeney try to settle into the game after a very nervy start. Now Michael taking a good look at the posts. Respectful silence descends on Dubarry Park. Oh, it's very, very unlucky there. Michael Hanley had the range, had the distance, had the height, but careered off the inside of the post and rebounded back into play. And Malone, a relieving clearance. Very unlucky there by Michael Hanley. Now a line out just on the Malone 22 there. Stefani. Will Stefani try and find Rory or Danny? And again, Danny comes forward, and it's Rory, and they set up the maul off the Malone are trying to stop the Buccaneers rolling mob. The rolling maul has gone a few metres forward, but Malone are trying to, but nevertheless the ball has popped out of the ball to Stephen Mannion, and it's through there to Kieran Boot. And Will Riley there as well. Ball shoots back, but nevertheless it goes backwards, so it's still in play. Martin Staunton takes the ball and tries to blast holes in the Malone defence. They're literally about 20 metres from the Malone line now. Malone defending stoutly as they did in parts against Old Wesley last week. Ball through the hands. Michael Hanley into Ross Murphy-Sweeney. Ross Murphy-Sweeney buoyed with confidence now after his try. Pops it into Stefani, and Stefani makes good progress there to about 7 or 8 metres from the Malone line. Will Riley through the hands, and it's out then to should be a simple ball, and it's in. And it's a try there for Solo Carroll. Beautiful ball through the hands there. Beautiful ball through the hands there. Lovely pass. Stefani Lombard made the initial burst, blew holes in the Malone defence, and the ball was passed wide through 3 or 4 hands, and Sol was on the receiving end there to dive over in the left corner, making the score after 19 minutes of play 12 points to 5, with the conversion from Michael Hanley to come. Much more like it from the Buccaneers there. Beautiful interchange of play. Credit to Stefani Lombard for the initial burst, and in through 3 or 4 pairs of hands for Solo Carroll to score in the corner. Now, can Michael Hanley get this conversion from a very difficult angle out on the left? Again, Michael has the distance and the accuracy, and a fantastic kick by Michael Hanley right from the corner. Absolutely superb, straight and true from Michael Hanley. Play restarts there, and the referee gives a penalty. It's a quick tap penalty there, and Will Riley takes a brilliant tap penalty and little chip kick, and he's surely taken out there by the number 15. He's surely taken out by the number 15 there, who denied a clear try scoring opportunity there for Will Riley. That was just cynical play there, and the referee will take a very dim view of that. And he already has the card up. Absolutely no doubt about that. Will Riley there, very quick tap and go penalty, ran up the field, little chip kick, looked as if he was about to grab the chip kick ahead, and number 15 there, seeing a perfect try scoring opportunity. No, he has to have no qualms about that. Referee having a chat with the Malone captain to number 7. And that presents the opportunity there. That tackle on Will Riley presents Michael Hanley with the opportunity to extend the Buccaneers lead. An excellent straight and through there from Michael, straight in front of the post there, making the score after 21, almost 22 minutes play. So after 22 minutes of play there, just our stadium announcer telling us 17 points to 5. And it's 22 minutes gone. 2 tries, one from Ross Murphy-Sweeney, one from Saul O'Carroll, 2 conversions and a penalty from Michael Hanley. Play restarts there. Remember, Malone are down to 14 men with number 15 Andy Bryans in. And now, but having said that there, it's Buccaneers concede a penalty there at ruck time. So, not releasing. So, 14 men, Malone, who interestingly enough were down to 13 men last week against Dole Wesley at different stages. Will they elect to take a pot at goal? So yeah, it looks like their right wing Rory Campbell is going to take a shot at goal to try and narrow the margin narrow the 12-point margin. Summary of the game so far, just for reviewers. Malone got off to a very, very good start with a try by number 11 David McMaster, but Buccaneers, thanks to tries from Ross Murphy-Sweeney and Saul O'Carroll, have settled in now into the flow of the game. Try number 1, a very beautiful flowing move from one end of the field to the other, saw Ross Murphy-Sweeney score. Try number 2, Stefani Lombard's burst made holes in Malone defence, and Saul went over in the corner. And number 14 there, just as we speak, 14 for Malone, Rory Campbell has put over a penalty from just outside the 22, making the score. So after 24 minutes almost to play, it's Buccaneers 17, Malone 8. Michael Hanley with the restart here, just on 24 minutes. Very restart makes its way just inside the Malone 22, where it's fielded by the Malone try scorer David McMaster. Looked like a high tackle from one of the Buccaneers player there. A high tackle there, so referee spotted that, and it's awards a penalty to Malone, which will give them the chance to relieve their lines. The ball careers off the stand roof here, just over this commentator's head. And the play is brought up to the 10-metre line. The Malone 10-metre line. So, as Malone are the team with the penalty advantage, they get the line out. So it's number 2, Sam Green with the throw. Shortened line out here, but looks like a 5-man line out. Goes to the back of the line out there, where it's well fielded, I think, by number 6. That's Daryl Maxwell. Malone just on their own 10-metre line. They tried to create a referee has given Malone the advantage there. So whatever accrues, if no advantage accruing, their referee will give them the penalty. Changing the bind there, so the penalty given to Malone. Gives Malone the chance again to get deep into the Bucks half after 26 minutes of play. Again, number 14 there, Rory Campbell, who has scored the last penalty for Malone, brings play just to the Buccaneers 20, just near the Buccaneers 22. Now put in a throw in for the Buccaneer for the Malone. Goes to the back again, where number 6 again, who's very effective off the back of the line, Daryl Maxwell, Daryl Maxwell fields his second clean line out in a row. The Malone create a maul situation there. I can see there, and now it's released out from the back there. Very clever move there, a little disguised maul from number 2, who gave it to number 4, and Malone suddenly camped on the Buccaneers line. They move it wide again through the hands. The number 10 elects to go back inside when he had 3 men outside. That's Yasser Omar, but Yasser Omar right about 5 metres from the Buccaneers line. Number 9 there tries to pick and go, but the Buccaneers defence hold him back. Malone right on the Buccaneers line. Can they get over there? They're right on the Buccaneers line. Good defence by the Buccaneers. But again, Malone tried to pick and go just literally under the Buccaneers post here with 27 minutes gone. Are they going to move it wide? No. The number 2 tries to go and is held up short for Malone. Are they going to pick and they have men wide? They have men wide. Number 10. Oh! A golden opportunity missed there by Malone. The number 10, Yasser Omar. Clean pass there. Number 13 there with the try line at his mercy dropped the ball. Nonetheless, the referee has called back play, and the Malone have no advantage accruing there, so Malone have the penalty. And he's going to, despite missing a golden opportunity, perhaps the Buccaneers would rather concede 3 penalties or 3 points rather than 7.
Referee there informing the players there that they've got to brush up on their discipline. Number 12 there was offside, and he's warned those players there that watch what they're doing. So if there should be any more discipline, Buccaneers could be facing a yellow card.
And an excellent live feed there from the referee as well, communicated by my colleague. And Malone have a penalty, again to be taken by Rory Campbell. This is a fairly easy routine kick, it should be, to make the score now 17 points to 11. So 2 penalties by Rory Campbell have narrowed the gap from So 2 Rory Campbell penalties, making the score Buccaneers 17, Malone 11. But as said before there, the number 13 for Malone had a golden try-scoring opportunity, but so 3 points was perhaps what Buccaneers were happy to escape with. Nonetheless, play restarts, and the restart goes inside the Malone 22, and it's brought by their number 2 there, Sam Green. Ball has popped loose. This could be a Buccaneers turnover here, is it? But Malone fight furiously back to try and retain possession, and they have it. It looked there for one moment that the hard work by the Buccaneers front row had seen them make a turnover. But the number 9 for Malone launches to Gary Owen. That's going to be fielded expertly by Ross Murphy-Sweeney. Ross Murphy-Sweeney gives the ball to Kieran Booth, who crashes a big hole up to the 10-metre line. Will Riley there lets the ball through the hands out to Michael Hand. Michael Hand, beautiful skip pass out the wing, and Salah's off. Salah's go off there. Salah's tackled well there by the number 10, Yasser Omar, brought to ground. Beautiful skip pass by Michael. And Will Riley there looks as if he's going to go on a little run down the blind side, but that's also stopped there, just on the Malone 22 on the left hand side here. Michael Hanley, Martin Staunton does well to field that pass. The pass was a little bit on the high side. Again, Will Riley through the hand. Michael Hanley back inside to Sean O'Connell, but it's a penalty for the Bucks. Offside. Referee indicating offside there. So again, Michael Hanley should be a kick from about 30. Number 12 for Malone was offside. And the penalty, resultant penalty for the Buccaneers, straight in front of the posts, about just halfway between the 10-metre line and the Malone 22. With 30 minutes gone, gives Michael Hanley the chance to put the margin back to 9 points. Excellent by Michael. Michael has been very, very true and accurate with his dead ball kicks. Was very unlucky to see one kick rebound off the inside of the post, but has got 10 points now. Tries from Ross Murphy Sweeney and Saul O'Carroll, and 2 penalties and 2 conversions by Michael Hanley. With almost 32 minutes gone, 8 minutes to half time. Number 15 there, Andy Bryant is back on. His restart goes in. Buccaneers take possession and work the ball out of their 22. And number 7 there, Sean O'Connell goes to round. The ball is played back there. I think that's Josh with a long relieving kick down, and the ball finds its way almost to the Malone 22. But number 15, who's now back on the field of play, has served his time in the sin bin. That's Andy Bryans. Andy Bryans brings play there, but it's a beautiful kick there by Josh. Andy Bryant's long relieving kick, but Josh with a superb kick found up with a very, very quick put in by the Malone, and Malone are off running again, and their dynamic number 2, who's Sam Green, brings play up to the Buccaneers 10-metre line. Oh, an awkward ball there. But it's well dealt with there by Ross Murphy Sweeney. That was a very, very tricky hop on that ball there, kicked by the Malone number 10, Yasser Omar. But Ross dealt with it very well there. Very, very tricky bounce on it. Buccaneers managed to retain possession and try to inch their way out of their own 22. A Gary Owen there by Will Riley, and brings play there just outside the Buccaneers 10-metre line. The score after 33 minutes of play is Buccaneers 20, Malone 11. It's a line out here from Malone. Some running boot repairs for one of the Buccaneers players there. Now back again. The boot is tied. Ross Murphy Sweeney. Ross needs those. Ross, very fleet of foot, Ross, for that first try. Needs those boot laces to be tied. Now throw in by Malone. Again, it's fielded there. An excellent Malone ploy there of giving the ball at the back tail end of the line out to Daryl Maxwell. And the Malone have the maul that brings its way halfway between the Bucks 10-metre line and the 22, and they go forward now to the number 7. The number 7 is Dave Cave, the captain, and a pop ball through, but referee has spotted an infringement there. Just the running repairs there for Danny Coulter there as well. The Buccaneers lock forward. Danny, who in 2012, if memory serves me right, had Heineken Cup experience with Connacht. I think it was against Biarritz. So vastly experienced. Danny has played Ireland under 18s, 19s and 20s. Vastly experienced and a real Buccaneer stalwart. Just a little break in play now, and Danny is getting a bandage around the left arm. Just take this opportunity again to our viewers that after a slow start, Buccaneers, where they conceded a try, Buccaneers roared back into the game with 2 tries from Ross Murphy Sweeney and Saul O'Carroll, who had 2 penalties and 2 conversions by Michael Hanley. So at the moment is half time. We have about 4 minutes to half time, with maybe a couple of minutes injury time with a couple of injury stoppages. But thankfully Danny is back on his feet there and takes his position in the scrum. The Buccaneers put in. Will Riley with the put in. The scrum is set. A good solid heel by the Buccaneers 8. Back played out to Will Riley. Will Riley's kick ahead, but it's fielded there, trapped soccer style by Andy Bryans, and who kicks it back into the Buccaneers 22. Josh O'Connor does well there, but he did. Or Ross Murphy Sweeney there in trying to keep the ball. Did knock the ball forward. So play is brought up to the Buccaneers 22, and it's a put in there. Ross Murphy Sweeney trying to flick the ball, soccer or goalkeeper style, to keep the ball in play, conceding the penalty, and it's a put in for Malone. Referee just making sure that the proper bind is in the scrum. Both sides are crouching, binding and setting. The referee is satisfied, and put in there by number 9. No, referee calls the scrum not to the scrum is not setting to his satisfaction. Referee calls in the players and talks to the respective front rows and says, lads, you got to get your bind right. So another put in for number 9, Shane Kelly. Set. Referee satisfied now, and play resumes there. Mutley and a good shove by the Bucks, but nonetheless, Will Riley very clever there, darted around the back of the scrum and tackled the Malone number 2, but nonetheless Malone retained possession. And there to the Malone prop forward, number 3, Ricky Greenwood. Ricky Greenwood ball in hand. Will in there. There's a Malone sub in there that I'm just picked up on. That's number 17. We'll follow the play nonetheless, and I'll come back on the sub. Referee award the penalty. Quick tap and go there. No, referee calls back play. Penalty for Malone, but number 10, Yasser Ormar, had done a quick tap and go. Referee called back play. Gives us time there just to announce that the Malone number 17 is Lawson Porter. Penalty for Malone. Right in front of the post again. It's Rory Campbell. Rory has hit two penalties. So right on the cusp of half time, 39 minutes gone, but we feel there'll be a couple of more minutes for injury time. Rory Campbell has the chance to make the score 20 points to 14. Straight and through by Rory. The touch judges have no hesitation putting up the flags with 39 minutes, almost 40 minutes time, 20 points to 14. And
the referee there informing the teams there there's just 1 minute left in the half.
One minute but left in this half. 20.6 point margin between the two teams. Michael Hanley's restart. Josh O'Connor there contesting. Josh O'Connor contesting with the number 4. Josh O'Connor contesting. We felt that was a We felt that was a fair contest in the air there.
And the referee there informing the Buccaneers players there that the man was taken out in the air, hence the penalty.
And the Malone penalty, resultant penalty there, brings play up to the halfway line, right on half time. Line out right here in front of us. Number 2 for Malone with the throw in. It's another 5-man line out there. Can Buccaneers spoil this one? Oh, it's over. No, it looked as if it was about to overshoot. But Malone managed to retrieve possession. And Malone managed to retrieve possession and bring play to their own 10-metre line right on half time now. And that's the end of the action. And it's at half time here for our viewers. It's 20 points to 14. Tries by Ross Murphy Sweeney and Solo Carroll for Buccaneers, with 2 penalties and 2 conversions by Michael Handley after Malone had taken a shock lead.
Audi Athlone. Michael Moore Car Sales Limited, Athlone and Portarlington are premium car and commercial vehicle dealerships supplying new and used Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Volkswagen and Skoda models across Ireland from their dealerships in Athlone, County Westmeath and Portarlington, County Laois. So whether you are looking for a brand new Mercedes-Benz, a high-performance Audi, a nearly new Volkswagen car or van, or an approved used Skoda or any premium new or used car, they are there to help you and get you the car of your dreams. The Bounty Bar. The varied menu based on Irish cuisine is what you're offered at this establishment. The Bounty is famous for its great service and friendly staff who are always ready to help you. The Bounty is also a great place for functions of all sizes. You will love the prices and come back for the service. Well done to Tom, Pascal and their dedicated staff. Bridge Transition. Bridge Transition is a professional services company providing advisory and implementation support to large enterprises. Founded by Joe Brown, it works with large corporations on business, transformation, strategy, restructuring, and turnaround. Thanks also to Joe Brown, who has been kit sponsors for our seniors and many of our underage teams in recent years. Carthy Meats. Carthy Meats is a story that began almost 3/4 of a century ago. At the family home in Arcadia, Athlone, Oliver Carthy cooked, dressed, weighed and wrapped his first ham and the Carthy way was born. Now and as then, it's a way of doing things not only that embraces time-honoured traditions and an unmistakable sense of Irishness, it also puts innovation, imagination and a passion for quality at the heart of everything they do. Collins Boyd. Collins Boyd are chartered civil and structural engineers and registered architects. They pride themselves with the quality of work and are therefore the right choice for your project, no matter what the size. Check out their website to see examples of their projects or learn more about them at collinsboydeng.com. Also, check out some of the services they provide at Collins Boyd Engineering. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact them. Based in Roscommon, they operate everywhere in Ireland with the highest quality service you'll find, guaranteed. Dubarry of Ireland. In 1937, in the heart of Ireland's west coast, a cooperative company was established to create employment in a small town called Ballinasloe. A joint venture between the local Chamber of Commerce and a family from Northampton, the home of English footwear production, seeking a continental European flavour to set them aside from similar Irish brands, the company was named after the beautiful French courtesan and mistress of Louis XV, Madame du Barry, and Dubarry of Ireland was formed. Ganley's of Athlone. At the forefront of Irish building and hardware supplies since 1989.
The Ganley story began in 1989 with 4 employees when the founder, Michael Ganley, established a builders providers and hardware business in a disused garage in Athlone. Since then, they've grown to 120 staff across destinations, showrooms and stores in Athlone, Longford and Mount Bellew. Today, they offer the largest range of building supplies and products to cover both builders and home improvement projects across the Midlands. With 30 years of experience in DIY and building materials, they're there to help you with all your interior design and home renovation projects. Hudson Bay Hotel. Hudson Bay Hotel is a luxurious 4-star hotel located just a short drive from the heart of Athlone, nestled on the shores of Lough Ree. With sweeping views across the lake and surrounding countryside, guests can enjoy the hotel's picturesque setting while also being close to some of the most popular activities and attractions in Ireland's hidden heartlands. RBK has over 60 years experience, 17 highly experienced partners, and supported by over 190 employees nationwide. They provide practical commercial advice and cost-effective strategic business solutions. They also develop close long-term relationships with clients and deliver value-added financial services of the highest quality. They are the leading chartered accountants in the Midlands.
Now, second half about to resume here in Dewberry Park.
I haven't said anything nasty, yes.
Now, play has resumed here. Oh, looked like a knock forward there by number 2. So number 2 there for Malone knocking the ball forward. So positive start to the Buccaneers there after just 10 seconds of the second half. Buccaneers scrum put in by Will Riley there. The restart knocked on by Samuel Green. Put in by Will Riley just on the Malone 10-metre line. Solid heave there by the Buccaneers. The ball, Kieran Book controlling the ball at his foot there. Yeah, excellent pressure there by the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers there scrum the old-fashioned soccer style, bringing the ball along. Kieran Booth there, excellent soccer skills at the back of that scrum. Malone conceding the penalty, and surely Michael Hanley will look to kick deep into the Malone 22, giving the Bucks to put in. So perhaps about 15 metres from the Malone line right in front of us here.
Referee there telling there that was a loose head there. The Malone loose head there was infringing there, coming in at an angle, hence the penalty.
So you can see there the power of the Buccaneers scrum forcing Malone to concede the penalty, but nonetheless the line out there has gone astray by the Buccaneers. So they've caught the advantage that the Buccaneers got there from putting the Malone scrum under pressure has been given right back to Malone. Just an error committed there by the Buccaneers in the line out. Coming up to 2.5 minutes gone in the second half, 20 points to 14. Buccaneers losing the advantage accrued there in the scrum by an infringement at the line out, so resulting in Malone put in. And number 8 picks and goes off the back of the scrum and bursts through the tackle there. Solo Carlin makes ground up halfway between their 10-metre line and their 22. Malone working the ball out. The ball is laid back there by number 7. Daryl Maxwell or David Cape. Ball back into and Ross Murphy Sweeney thunders into contact there and sets it up there for Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley elects to run the ball down the left hand side. Ball played through the hands. Lovely pass by Martin Staunton. Martin Staunton to there right in front of us there as Ryan O'Mara goes to ground right on the halfway line. And Malone has stolen that. They went into a ruck situation and Malone have stolen it there. Look there like they're number 5 stole possession, but the good work that Malone did there, turning over Buccaneers possession, was immediately given back there where Malone set up another ruck and an infringement there sees the penalty go back to the Bucks.
Referee there telling the Malone players that the player went off on his feet in the ruck and conceding the penalty.
So you can see there, just as Buccaneers gave back an advantage inside the Malone 22, Malone gave back an advantage just on the halfway line. So a feature of the game so far in the first 4 minutes of the second half has been a couple of good bits of work by both sides, but cheaply given away by mistakes by both sides in their next attacks. Nonetheless, play and penalty is back with the Bucks. Michael Hanley again will probably elect to kick deep inside the Malone 22 to get field position. He does just that there. The ball lands halfway between the Malone try line and the Malone 22. So giving now, the last time the Buccaneers were in this position 3 minutes ago, an infringement at line out time. So the good Buccaneers work go astray. So Stefani Lombard and having a conversation there with Matthew Burke to make sure that this line out functions properly and that they win clean possession and try and drive on for another try. Excellent, much crisper this time, and Rory Byrne gets the ball in the Buccaneers maul is getting there. Buccaneers maul is underway. Will Riley directing the ball there, but it's still going there, and Stefani Lombard has peeled away from the ball. Stefani Lombard, can they get him over the line? But he's forced into touch. Stefani Lombard is forced into touch there. An excellent line out win there by Rory Byrne. The maul was set up. Stefani peeled off the back of the maul, but good Malone defence. And just to reiterate that while Malone drew last week, this commentator had watched a little bit of Old Wesley and Malone on YouTube during the week, and Old Wesley were camped in the Malone half for the first half, and Malone defended stoutly for long periods of that. So one of their strengths is their close-up defence. Nonetheless, it's a Malone. They need to win this line out right on their own line now. Will the Buccaneers go after this line out? With people, tall figures like Rory Byrne and Danny, they might attack this line out. Not a solid line out to the middle of the line that they're grasped by number 4. But it's a tap. But look, crossing over in the line out now. There was crossing over in the line out there. We thought there that number 4 for Malone, Neil Alcom, won possession, but there was crossing over in the line out. It's penalty to Buccaneers. Now, can Bucks avail of this? They're literally camped on the Malone line with 6 minutes second half. What's going to go? Is it a tap and go? A tap and go with Martin Staunton. He goes with his repelled. Ball is moved out again. Buccaneers right on the Malone line. We can't see who. There's going to be another pick and go. Malone trying to defend furiously there. It was a Martin Staunton pick and go. Then it was a Rory Byrne pick and go. And another pick and go. Bodies buried underneath rucks. We cannot see who it is at this moment of time. Just a forest of yellow and white bodies. Again, another pick and go by Bucks. No, referee. No, it's not grounded. It's not grounded. It wasn't sure what way the referee was putting up his hand there. You heard the roar, but it's not grounded. Buccaneers perhaps got over the Malone line, but didn't ground the ball. Very similar occurrence in the Ireland-Italy match today as well, where Ireland got over the Italian line but were held up. So just as I was referring to a few minutes earlier, some solid close-in defence by Malone. Malone repelling that Buccaneers attack there because they did not need to go down 25-14. So it's put in by number 9, Shane Kelly for the Gibson Park men, and that will give them the chance to relieve possession. Almost 8 minutes into this second half here in Dubarry Park. It looks resplendent. The pitch looks resplendent under the floodlights. And a little pick and go. It didn't. The number 8 tried to pick and go and run from his own line, which was a very risky strategy. And Buccaneers were alert to the fact. So Buccaneers now must make sure it's incumbent not to let them out. Surely a relieving Gary Owen, or yes, a little box kick there, up in the air, and it's going to bring play outside the 22. And Malone have a good kick actually. It's brought play about 5 meters outside their own 22. So Malone did well there to repel that Buccaneers tap penalties from 5 meters out. Nonetheless, we have a line out in front of us here, Stefani, and again Matthew Burke comes and has a chat to Stefani about line out strategy. Now will Stefani elect to go towards Danny at the back? And he yeah, Danny, yeah. Danny, it looked as if Danny had touched the ball forward in the line out. So, and even though when the ball dropped from Danny's hands, the Malone player knocked it forward. The initial knock on in the line out was from Danny. So it's a put in again to Malone. So it's a couple of line outs in key advantageous positions gone astray there for Bucks in the last 6 or 7 minutes. Game delicately balanced, 20 points to 14. Almost 10 minutes into the second half. Put in by Shane Kelly. Referee satisfied that the scrum is set to his satisfaction. Good heave by the Buccaneers, haven't said that, but Malone retained possession, let the ball through the hands there into their number 15, Andrew Bryans. Malone bring possession out towards their own 10-metre line. And then a relieving kick there by Shane Kelly, which brings play to the... Oh, no, well held by Sol there. Sol held the kick and brought play up to the Buccaneers halfway line, up to the halfway line. But Sol, after doing some great work catching the kick ahead, was penalised there for...
Buccaneers player there being yellow carded there for cleaning out the ruck with his shoulder, leading with the shoulder, and hence penalty and a yellow card, taking Buccaneers down to 14 men.
So Buccaneers now, Malone were down to 14 men when Andrew Bryans was sin binned for a tackle on Will Riley, and now Danny Coulter. Ooh, an excellent kick there. An excellent kick there by number 14, Rory Campbell. A beautiful bounce there of that ball, and it lands right about 7 meters from the Buccaneers line. So a crucial period of the match now coming up. Buccaneers are without their talisman Danny Coulter for a period of time, so they must repel the charge that's going to come from Malone now. Malone now have a line out right 5 meters from the Buccaneers line, and it's number 2, Sam Green, with the line out. This is a crucial period of the match here. Buccaneers must not concede a try here. Excellent line out there. And Buccaneers had to peel off the line out, and Malone almost get in the corner, but good defenders by Buccaneers. Again, number 2 tries to pick and go for Malone. Number 9 moves it out wide again. It gives it another pick and go by the number 1. Buccaneers defending stoutly. Can Malone get their way over the line again? Good defense. Ball moved wide. Is it in? Is it in? No. Excellent defence. Is it? Excellent defence there by the Bucks. That is an absolute crucial hold up there. And even though Malone might have got over the line, it was not grounded. So absolutely crucial moment in this match because... Okay. Great work by number 12 and number 13 there for Bucks. Fantastic there to hold up. That's credit to Stephen Mannion and to Conor Fitzgibbon. That's an absolutely crucial moment in this match, because if Malone had got a try there, it was suddenly 20 points each, and the momentum would be with Malone having Buccaneers down to 14 men. How vital was that good work by Stephen and Connor in the context of this match? Buccaneers are relieving. Drop kick now brings play out to almost the halfway line, but fielded there by the Malone number 12, who's Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown moves the ball through the hands to Yasser Omar. Yasser Omar tries to go on but has knocked the ball forward there in the trying to get a break there and knock the ball going forward.
It's two breaks.
We see two subs coming on here for the Malone men. That's number 16 Stephen Carr and number 18 Stuart Doddington making their way on for the Gibson Park men. Super credit there must go to Stephen Mannion and Connor Fitzgibbon. Now, can Buccaneers stem the tide while Danny Coulter is doing the sideline 10 minutes? Ball through the hands to Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley gets going there, and it's worked back to Will Riley. That it seemed the Malone man was offside. It seemed there to me tackling Will Riley. I don't know what he was doing, and on the side. Well, now Kieran Boot has done very well to hold on possession there. He was tackled by about 3 Malone men. Done really well to hold on possession. Ball to Will Riley. Michael Hanley through the hand out to Saul O'Carroll. Saul O'Carroll tries to work away. He's just right here in front of us, almost up on the halfway line into Will Riley. Well, a good hit there. You could hear the thud there as Martin Staunton. A real rousing hit there. It was number 7, Sean O'Connell. A real rousing collision there, and Sean O'Connell gets up and gets on and going again. Ball to Will Riley, and then Michael Hanley kicks it in inside the Malone 22, and the mark is called there by the number 15 Andy Bryans. 15 minutes gone here in the second half in Dubarry Park. 20 points to 14. Joe. Despite the best efforts there of Josh O'Connor to try to stop the ball going out over the touchline. It's a Malone put in literally right here in front of us. A bird's eye view here of number 2 Samuel Green throwing in for Malone. It's a 5-man line out here, so perhaps again Rory might go after this one. Not a clean field there by Malone. Create the maul situation. They're trying to maul their way, inch their way forward there, right here in front of us. Now it's a 2-man. It's like a 2-man. Suddenly ball has gone to ground out to Shane Kelly. Shane Kelly there, number four, bursting forward for Malone, and that's Neil Alcom. And the ball has suddenly moved wide to Malone. It's dangerous here if they can see the overlap. But good Buccaneers defence here on the far side. The ball again moved quickly through the hands for Malone. Buccaneers need to defend this phase of play and not concede anything. Excellent. And a very, very vital there. And referee penalty there to the Bucks. A much needed pressure reliever. Excellent play there by Martin Staunton. Robbed the ball, and Martin showing all his experience and tactical nous there to force the Buccaneers penalty. A vital intervention there. Just a break in play here as Connor Fitzgibbon, I think, is receiving attention. He's up and he's okay. think there it looks like one of the Malone players there. Is it one of the Malone players is coming off the field there in need of attention as well. So number 21, Mark McGlynn, will be making an appearance for Malone. So it's number 21, Mark McGlynn on. And again, a relieving kick there by the Bucks, and it's brings play up to the Malone 10-metre line. One of the Malone players here showing the scars of battle in front of us. And we'll focus on the play now. Stefani, a good throw right on the halfway line. Next one, well fielded by Rory. Oh, referee sees. Looks like crossing in the line out there. Crooked throw. I thought it was crossing in the line, but referee indicates the hand is raised there for a crooked throw. So again, I think that's about 3 or 4 lineouts have gone astray for different reasons. So possession and a put in back with Malone. Just to confirm there that it's the Malone number 15 there has been needed, has been taken off and needs some medical attention. The Malone number 15, and for our viewers, it's number 21, Mark McGlynn, is on in his place. So it's a put in for Malone right on the halfway line. A very quick, crisp put in there by number 9, Shane Kelly. The scrum wheels. Nonetheless, Malone retain possession to move it through the hands. A little inside pass there. But it's cottoned onto by the Buccaneers. Oh, and Saul has it. The little pass there by the Malone didn't come off, and it looked like Saul had intercepted the possession and was away. But the referee called back play. Couldn't quite see there what Saul did incorrectly, but we'll perhaps find from our live feed what the infringement
as far
was.
as the referee's concerned, there, Saul lost control of the ball, knocked it forward, and hence the scrum to Malone. Although from many of the spectators on the touchline, I think there's a few there that might disagree.
Thank you it's a very invaluable tactical tool, the live feed. It gives you a very good insight into the referee's decision makings. So as there just in front of us there, we have Martin Staunton who's given his all as usual today, and I think Danny is back on. Is Danny back on? He's about to come back on. So it's number 16, Buccaneers. Yeah, it's Oisin Dolan. Oisin Dolan is on at the front row for Martin Staunton after 61 minutes. Saul is trying to work off the injury there. He's trying to work off the injury. He did well there. He did well to win possession, but the referee deemed that he had lost control of the ball. Saul is okay to resume again. The Buccaneers substitute there, just for our viewers, is Martin Staunton is replaced there by Oisin Dolan in the front row. The touch judge indicating that Oisin Dolan is in there at hooker. And so put in there by Malone. So just perhaps the Buccaneers front row is a little bit reconfigured now. Oh, a solid. The referee has wheeled it there, yeah. Excellent wheel there. Malone putting down the power in the scrum there, wheeling the Buccaneers scrum round and winning the penalty. So the Malone front five putting on the squeeze there on the Bucks front five. Well, not front five because obviously we're numerically down. So you can see now there it's Danny Coulter's ideal time to return to the fray there, because now the numbers are equalised, and perhaps that shove at scrum time would not have happened if Buccaneers are back to 8 in the scrum. Danny is just back in time to Sorry, yeah. And it's a line out now, or put in for a line out, sorry, for Malone. Danny Coulter back in the field. A good crisp line out there by the Gibson Park men, and they create a maul situation, but it looks as if the maul might. Oh, number 2 is peeled away from it. Very dangerous move here. Number 2 has worked his way right up to the Buccaneers line. And they're pushing out number 7 for Malone there. Malone really bashing at the Buccaneers line now. Number 9 passing the ball out there to number 4 for Malone. They're really on the line there now, picking and going, trying to blow holes in the Buccaneers must repel this attack. Number 9, Shane Kelly into the substitute number 18, who's Stuart Doddington. Doddington picks and goes, but again Buccaneers defence hold him out. Number 9 has again, Shane Kelly tries to go to try and cross the Buccaneers line, but he's again held up 5 metres short. Again they're picking and going, Malone. This is a very dangerous bit. Is there almost no? He's been held up again. Heroic defending by the Buccaneers. Can they keep Malone out? They need to keep Malone out. Ball is moved wide. Ball is moved through the hands of Yasser Omar. Quick skip pass out to number 11, Dave McMaster. Dave McMaster is held up by brilliant Buccaneers defence. Superb defence by Buccaneers. A skip 2 pass there from Yasser Omar out to David McMaster, but the Buccaneers defence is held firm. Some superb both close defence tackling and in backline defence tackling. Buccaneers must repel this attack. Again, number 4 picks and goes for Malone, and it's Buccaneers again hold out, and again Malone go. Ball is moved back again. Yasser Omar has it. Yasser Omar on the blind side. Is he in? And it's a try. It's a try for Malone. A try. The game now in the melting pot there. Malone's pressure paying off, and the try scorer there was Rory Campbell, but we'll confirm that for viewers. But nonetheless, the yeah. So I think we think it's Rory Campbell going to take the conversion now or not. We think it was Rory himself that scored the try as well. So this to make the score 21 points to 20. No, Rory Campbell's attempted conversion is well off the mark. So it's some very good Buccaneers defending there. Just failed because Malone got a try in the corner from Rory Campbell. Now the game is on tenterhooks. It's 20 points to 19. It looked as if the Buccaneers would repel the Malone, but Yasser Omar, the number 10 there, gave a quick pass into the corner, and Rory Campbell dived over in the corner for a try for Malone. Buccaneers must come again. Oh, brilliant run there. Superb run there by Kieran Boot. Kieran Boot has made superb ground the whole way up. He's burst his way from the halfway line up to the Malone 10-metre line. A superb line break by Kieran Boot. This should galvanise the Buccaneers charge. Ball up to the Malone 22 now. Stefani Lombard picks and goes. Buccaneers really need to reply. The best possible fashion is the Buccaneers try. Ball moved into the Malone 22. Will Riley through the hands to Michael Hanley. Michael Hanley then into Josh. Josh works his way up onto the Malone 22 here in front of us. Moved wide there through to Ryan O'Mara. Ryan O'Mara takes and goes. The ball is moved into Danny. Danny moves the ball wide out. Michael Hanley, little skip pass in there into Conor Fitzgibbon. Oh, Conor Fitzgibbon throws the ball, but it's intercepted by the Malone man. Malone have retrieved possession there. A loose pass by the Buccaneers, but ball is kicked clear out towards us here, and it's fielded there right in front of us by Ross Murphy Sweeney. Ross will elect to take and go into a ruck situation. We looked like a high tackle there as well on Ross Murphy Sweeney, but the referee is giving the advantage to the Buccaneers. Referee, we thought that there was an infringement by Malone, And you can see there clearly Ross Murphy Sweeney is on the ground there feeling that hit. And Josh O'Connor has the ball. Can Josh, if yes, a superb pass. Can Josh caught the ball and it looked like he had gone by his man, but you can clearly see there. We thought there was a high hit. Ross Murphy Sweeney in front of us is feeling that, but Ross is back is Ross back in to see he's being assessed here in front of us. But referee didn't seem to see that particular incident. But Ross is back with us anyway. Ross is back with us. He's back and he's willing and ready to get involved in the play again. And Will Riley there. And now a little grubber kick there. A little grubber kick and there just as sudden, just as we note there, our cameras pick up number 21, we think, Adam O'Carroll. Yes, indeed, Adam O'Carroll is on here. Adam, brother of Saul, is on at fullback. Adam again was playing in 2 weeks' time, or 2 weeks ago was in the Bateman Cup. He scored 5 conversions in the 45-21 win over Queens. So Adam is on. Adam is on at fullback. See, the tactical switch here is seen that Adam O'Carroll in fullback and Ross Murphy Sweeney on the left wing. So the Buccaneers back alignment now looks like Adam O'Carroll at fullback, Josh at right wing, Ross Murphy Sweeney left wing, and we have Will Riley, Michael Hanley, Stephen Mannion, and Connor Fitzgibbon.
The referee there telling the Buccaneers scrum that they were pushing sideways, which is a new one, and wasn't happy that they were pushing straight.
Thank you again for our live referee feed. Some invaluable information into the workings of the rules. So it's a put in for Malone. So just to reaffirm there that Adam O'Carroll is on fullback. We think for Saul. We think for Saul hasn't shaken off the effects there of the injury he picked up earlier on. So it's a scrum for Malone. And the ball, number 9 there. Number 9 gives it to the number 12. Number 12, Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown on the crash ball there. Again, number 9, a little box kick in behind. Hops awkwardly there with Ross Murphy Sweeney, who's now playing on the left wing, does expertly there to deal with a very, very tricky high ball. He fields it well and actually retains possession for Buccaneers. Well worked there by Ross Murphy Sweeney. Ball goes up towards the 10-metre line. This game delicately poised with 9 minutes to go here. And it's a quick tap and go. No, yes, referee has allowed a quick tap and go by. It looked like he was going to bring back play, but Will Riley's quick tap and go has seen play move forward 20 metres in towards the Malone 22. And Michael Hanley now lets the ball through the hands to Stephen Mannion. Stephen Mannion, my beautiful little inside pass to Adam O'Carroll. Oh, Adam O'Carroll was so unlucky there. Looked as if he'd made his way through, and he slipped at the inopportune moment. Nevertheless, Buccaneers retain possession and bring the ball about 15 metres from the Malone line. Could they get another try to close out the match from this phase of play? Referee has indicated there, again, perhaps a live feed to see what referee.
And the referee there telling Buccaneers there that he was playing the ball on the ground. He was on his knees playing the ball on the ground, hence the decision against Buccaneers.
Adam O'Carroll very unlucky there. Looked as if he had a gap through but nonetheless, will it keep the ball in? No, it's gone out. And the play is brought up towards the 10-metre line. The Bucks 10-metre line. This game delicately poised. Just shows there are no certainties in sport. You would have looked at the tables before today and seen Buccaneers second on 47 and Malone bottom on 14. But there are no certainties in sport, and I suppose that's the beauty and the frustration of it. Play just held up for a minute. One of the Malone players down in their is receiving attention inside their own 22. Gives the players and management, I suppose, a chance to regroup and just get their heads right for the vital last 7 minutes of play here.
A bit of surprise here today. Buccaneers would be second in the top of the league table. Malone are towards the bottom of it. And although, as Fran has said earlier, the performance of Malone has been outstanding, I don't think Buccaneers expected the game to be 1 point apart with 15 minutes left. Sorry, 5 minutes left.
Now play is about to resume here, and I throw in for the Bucks or for the Malone. Right to the back, and again they're number 5 winning possession there. That's Patrick Fullerton Healy, and Patrick Fullerton the ball again. Yasser puts the ball through his hands, gives it to number 12 Nathan Brown. This game very, very delicately poised now. Could go either way. Malone's number 17 there, who's Lawson Porter wins possession, but excellently retrieved there by the Buccaneers pack. They did really, really well there. Lawson Porter went into contact for Malone, but lost possession. Retrieved by the Buccaneers up at their own 10-metre line. Little incision there, and bringing play up towards the halfway line. Will Riley stepping in there again. Stefani creates a situation there that enables Josh O'Connor to come off his left wing. Josh makes a dart off his way. Excellent by Josh. Josh has come off his right wing. He's still going. Josh is still going. He's just bounced off tackles there as if they didn't exist. Excellent play by Josh. Michael Hanley now. Michael, can he get his back line going there? He elects to put it in there to Rory Byrne. Rory Byrne picks and goes and creates it. It was there. It looked there as if a little pop pass there went astray. And Matthew Burke, I think it was, who went into contact with spilled possession, which means it enables Malone to bring play up towards the Buccaneers, just on halfway line. Nathan Brown acting as a scrum half for Malone. Yasser Omar, little chip kick in behind the Buccaneers defence, but it's well read there by the Buccaneers backline. It's well read there by Stephen Mannion, who gets the ball and chip kicks ahead, but it goes back into the Malone play. Yasser Omar then he'll try to kick possession up again, but it's like a game of ping pong now, just kicking the ball back and forth. And Josh O'Connor then kicks the ball back into the Malone half. Is that going to go on and it's out on the full, and that's it. So it's out on the full. So it looked like a game of football tennis there, with the ball pinging from one end of the field to the other off respective boots. 3 minutes to go. 20 points to 19 for Buccaneers. A win is a win. No bonus point maybe, but a win is a win. If it is to be a win. Now, an excellent drop kick there brings play out there, and it's right in front of us there. Will Riley gets possession. The ball is back now in the Buccaneers half. Will gives a pass there to number 8 Kieran Booth, whose last move. Kieran Booth there brushes off 2 or 3 tackles with ease and sets up play just inside the Malone 10-metre line. Ball given to Josh O'Connor. Can Josh find a gap now? Josh again tries to work his way through. He's taken the ground there by the number 13 Ben Gibson. And it's a penalty there for Bucks, and we'll get a live feed on that one as to Great work again there by Josh O'Connor. Excellent work. The Buccaneers penalty, and maybe Michael Hanley now will just kick deep in. Will kick deep into the Malone 22. Hopefully win the line out and play down the clock. Josh O'Connor is obviously Buccaneers' top try scorer in the AL this year, and opposition defenses know of Josh's try scoring reputation, and he really, it takes a lot of men to bring down Josh O'Connor in a rugby match, and Josh is helping there. Josh's little move there helping relieve pressure on the Buccaneers defense, but now they have an attacking situation. A very askew line out there. I wasn't sure what was attempted. It was the elevation on the throw wasn't even there, but it was spilled, and again, possession in a very advantageous position. I think that's three occasions down in the left hand corner, 10 metres from the Malone line, that line out possession has been spilled for various reasons.
It looks there as if there's a serious miscommunication there between the hooker and the forwards, because that was completely off.
Nevertheless, it's still another Buccaneers line out thrown in this time by Oisin Dole, and this time it's much crisper, and Danny wins possession, and the Buccaneers off this line out get it completely right and create a maul situation. Stefani has the ball at the back of the line out. Will he keep the maul going, or will he attempt to peel away from it? Will Riley directing up, and a beautiful Buccaneers maul going for just what the Buccaneers need now with about as they approach injury time. And an excellent play, and it's still a resultant Buccaneers penalty. The Buccaneers maul going forward there just needed that relieving maul at that time to play down the clock. Again, Michael Hanley will probably just elect now to kick into touch, create another line out situation for Buccaneers.
The referee there deciding that the Malone players there brought down the maul, hence the penalty and the kick to touch for Buccaneers by Michael Hanley.
Now, and Michael Hanley elects there just to kick it into touch, and we're playing down the clock now. We're 30 seconds into injury time, and it's the part of the field that the Buccaneers want to be at this time. And again, a quick line up by Oisin Dolan, and that has gone astray, and it's Malone contest the ball in the air and win it back. But Malone are deep in on their own goal line now. They have to run the ball up the field to have any chance of getting that 1 point deficit. The Buccaneers must keep Malone hemmed in here on their own line. The Buccaneers now. The Buccaneers.
And the referee there was telling the players that we got 3 minutes left in the half. And the reason there for that penalty was that the Buccaneers player was taken out in the air, tackled while in the air.
Okay. And back to the play there. Now yet another line out there. We thought that the Buccaneers might go for Buccaneers would go for a penalty to make the score 23-19, but nonetheless they've gone for another line out. And this time they've won the line. And can they create a maul situation? They're surely going to maul their way over now. The much crisper line out there now. The Buccaneers maul is very effective, but can they ground the ball in the corner? And the referee has deemed that they do, and we're going to have some job to find out who scores this one. Coming up with the ball looks to be... We did, yeah? Yeah, number 6. We think buried beneath the bodies at the end of that maul, we think was number 6. And number 6 for the Buccaneers being Ryan O'Mara. We think it was Ryan O'Mara. We think so. My good co-commentator here, Tom O'Neill, has said we think it's Ryan O'Mara, so...
Well, Ryan was the man that came out with the ball in his hand. So usually the player that scores the try doesn't give it to someone else and claim the credit. So for me, could be wrong, but I'm taking as Ryan got that in that last minute try there, just as we're going into a last minute of the game.
So excellent, excellent win. It looks like an excellent win now for the Buccaneers. 25 points to
And the
19 now.
referee there is telling the players that we have 2.5 minutes in the half, 2.5 minutes left.
So can Michael Hanley put this conversion over to really seal it? That's an excellent kick. What a superb kick. What a superb kick by Michael Hanley. You had a bird's eye view of that kick right in front of us here and arrowed over true and straight from on the left hand touchline. And that's after many after many nervy moments in this match, which with going into injury time saw Buccaneers lead 20 points to 19. A try, we think, by Ryan O'Mara, although that will be debated later on, I'm sure. And a beautiful conversion by Michael Hanley. Looks like leaving, unless Malone or Buccaneers score another try, looks like leaving the score 27-19, but there might be still some action left in. As the referee had indicated previously, there's 2.5 minutes to go. Malone, mind you, are now trying to attack right to the very end, and they have worked their way up to the Buccaneers 22. So it's 27-19. Ball moved through the hands of Yasser Omar. Beautiful pass. Skip pass and now can and looks like it's going to be a try. David McMaster. Beautiful tackle. A possible try saving tackle there by Buccaneers. An excellent tackle, we think. Really, really good tackle there. You can see there that the ball was worked wide through Yasser Omar. Yasser Omar passed it out there. David McMaster looked like he was going to score a try, and it was Josh O'Connor there who made it a try score or a try saving tackle there to leave the score at 27-19. What? All okay. And an excellent line out one there by Rory Byrne.
And the referee there telling number 4 that they would make a contact near in the line out, giving Buccaneers back possession of the ball and clearing the ball to the centre of the field.
And a relieving clearance there by Michael Hanley. That looks like being it now. Referee had indicated 2.5 minutes of extra to be played, and that looks like that time is up there now. So it looks like that try from a Buccaneers maul and a Michael Hanley conversion is the winning of this match today.
And referee just telling the lads there that this is the last play of the game.
So the final action of the match then, a Buccaneers line out, and it's gone. It's overshot the runway. That's, I think, is 6 or 7 Buccaneers line out's gone astray. So even though a victory looks like being Buccaneers today, there might be an inquest into the lineouts as well. Nonetheless, the final say could still go to Malone. Malone have worked their way right. This should be the final play of the match. Malone have worked their way up towards the Buccaneers line. No, and it's a beautiful steal. Oh, no, it's not. It's a try for Malone. It looked there as if the Buccaneers had stolen possession, but somehow the ball spilled from the Buccaneers man and the Malone player there, who we think it was the number. We're not sure of who scored from Malone, but nonetheless, it looked as if Buccaneers had won possession, but then possession was spilled, and it saw the Malone man go over in the corner. We think it was. We'll give you the Malone try score as we get it, but it's number 11. We think it's David McMaster.
So amazing there when Buccaneers should have got rid of the ball. The game was over, got rid of the ball, attempted a pass, and it was a pass given to a lone player. And
it's 27-24, and this conversion will see if we'll either leave it 27-24 or David. It's Rory Campbell and Rory, the final act of the play. So Rory Campbell missed the conversion, and our final score there was 27-24 to Buccaneers. So a tight match, tighter than the Buccaneers would have liked it. Tries by Ross Murphy Sweeney and Solo Carroll, and we think Ryan O'Mara leaves the final score 27-24 to Buccaneers, with City of Armagh and Old Belvedere winning today. It's getting very congested at the top, so for our viewers, next week's match sees the Pirates travel to Old Belvedere, and in what will be a very vital match. So for this live stream, thank you. We hope you have enjoyed the live stream, and thank you.